Holy cow! Welcome to Donnie's Hangout Adventures, and welcome to another edition of As the World Turns with the hovering bat, the puke head, whatever you want to call it, whatever you want to say. You know what? He's never made any type of comment on any of my YouTube videos. Not one. All the stuff I've said about him, if somebody was dragging your name down, wouldn't you want to, I don't know, make defense? But there is no defense of him. And I will say this, I've been doing a lot better. Before I get into what I want to really talk about, I've been doing a lot better since, well, I read some stuff from other people that it's better if you do away with social media as much as possible. And so I got rid of Facebook, but I kept Messenger. I've been doing that for a few days. And ever since then, my mental well-being is actually improved because I'm not dealing with Facebook. Only Messenger, only my true friends. And I did that. I have been doing a lot better. I didn't get rid of Facebook permanently, just temporarily. And my brother, has done everything possible, and he pretty much has succeeded in his agenda. He always wanted Mom to live with him because he doesn't love Mom. To be honest, he don't love Mom. He never has. It's about control because he's a narcissist, and it's about money with him. That's all it really is with him. And when I look back, two things. When I look back, I wish Mom would have never made me POA. It would have cut down on the heartbreak.
And she's holding it against you for something she set in place.
Yeah, and she's holding out against me. And two, when Brother hid POA papers and I couldn't find them for a month, I wish right then I wouldn't have found them, because it just caused more problems than I really want. And he turned me into DHS
for stuff he's done himself.
It's funny. It's funny to me. It's like he turned me in for stuff that he did.
In September.
I'll get into this.
Oh, yeah.
I have discussed this actually probably too much, because I've thrown him under the bus, literally and figuratively. And I did that with DHS too. And there's something else I wish I could discuss, but I don't want to discuss that part. Maybe someday I will, but I don't really want to discuss that. But I have literally thrown him under the bus with literally everybody. And I'll tell you, if I had a shit ton of money sitting right beside me or in the bank, you know what I would do? I would take this son of a bitch to court for that character word, where he's attacked my character. He really has. He's attacked my character. The people that raised me, they know that I wouldn't do stuff like this. No, they wouldn't. They know that. And so I got, well, I'm not going to show the papers. It would say my address and has a bunch of information on it. But I will read some stuff and give my side of the story, which is the truth. There's my side, brother's side, which is bullshit. And so I won't show information on it, it does have information on it. I'm just going to read some stuff that was in it that sort of ticked me off. And I had to read this full report because they had to do a lot of investigation by lies, heavy lies.
And DHS actually came out on your side.
And DHS was actually on my side. That's weird. I didn't think they were on my side.
Just their hands were tied with what he put in your mom's head.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I can't. Mom did have a stroke, but at this point, 3 months in, almost 3 months in, she made a decision to change the POA. So that is what it is.
I'm not even mad about that.
I'm not really mad about that. I'm mad at brother doing what he
I don't
did.
like the lies he's turned her against you.
Here's truth. This is the truth. Donnie said, this is what DA just put in the report. Donnie said he was provided with POA in 2009 by his mother. That is the truth, because after Grandma died, and that was in 2009, I can't believe next year is going to be the 15th year anniversary of Grandma dying. I can't, it just seems like yesterday that she was telling me out of all her grandkids that I was her favorite. It just doesn't feel like it's going to be 15 years. And I think it was February of that year. It was right after Grandma died, less than a month. And this says a lot. Sean's been living off of Mom, been leeching off of Mom for 15 motherfucking years. And this says a lot. That she signed her and Dad, and he was still alive then. He was still of sound mind then.
They were both of sound mind.
So, and it says a lot that she made me POA because of what brother did. So that says a lot in and of itself that less than a month after Grandma died, that they did this. You know, that does happen when people die. You tend to think about stuff.
Yeah.
And what brother has done, well, you know, sort of wish he didn't make me POA, but it's a different story. And he goes on to this report. This pisses me off. He said that it's always been, okay, that's fine. She did say that about not being in a nursing home, but I didn't put her in a nursing home. The Tomah Hospital rehab said it was in Mom's best interest. So don't even put that on me. That was none of my doing. That was none of my doing. That.
They said she needed more help with the physical therapy.
They said that she needed more help with the physical therapy because it hadn't been that long since her stroke. So don't even put that on me. That was not my decision.
That wasn't your intention.
I went along with it, but it wasn't my decision. And this is true. I did tell him this. Donnie, I said that I believe that Sean is putting, stuff into Mom's head. I did tell DHS that, and that's true. I think Sean, because he's turned everybody against me, no doubt about it. People from like Denny to Elaine and whoever else, he's turned against me, so I couldn't get rides for them. So the Hovering Bat can go out there 7 days a week, and trust me, 2 hours a day, that's a lot of time.
14 hours a week. That's almost a part-time job.
That's nearly a part-time job. And he knew that. He knew that just like a drill, pounding it into her head. Just pounding it into her head, literally and figuratively. And I did say this, and I can't really blame DHS for this. I wish they would have done more and investigated more for it. Because of the way brother lives, I did say that, it was overrun by bugs and mice. And no question it was. I can say that now because we're away from that environment. I never could say it back then. I mean, it was horrible. It was one of the worst things I ever lived with. I remember I had just started talking to my wife. We weren't even dating then.
No, I was still living in Arizona.
She was still living in Arizona, and I was sitting out in the van eating.
I was like, why is... I kept wondering.
She couldn't figure that out. Why I was sitting out in the van.
That's why.
Eating. And that's why, because it was horrible. You sit there and you look and you see 100 roaches. And no, I'm not exaggerating with that. I wish I was.
They think it's perfectly normal.
And I think it's perfectly normal. And I did replace a lot of her belongings. I had to. There's one thing on
storage.
They're in storage. There's one thing that DHS said that I didn't say. I bought a new TV. No, I did not. I did not buy her a new TV. I won't admit to something I didn't do. Let me put it that way. I won't admit something I didn't do. I didn't buy her a new TV. So if Sean thinks I went out and bought a plasma TV and it has Roku and it's 80-inch TV. You're
Sorry.
wrong. Sorry, I didn't do it. I didn't do that. So if you think that, think again, asshole. Okay, so something else I want to discuss is, is this it right here? Yes. Here's what really, this is something that really ticks me off. There's a couple things that here ticks me off. Is he said that I had used approximately $3,000 to fund a new apartment, and we had been homeless.
No, we had been over at my best friend since elementary school.
No, we were not homeless.
We
Are
came
you-
over there to help clean and stuff.
We were not homeless.
And we were working on getting our own place then.
We were working on getting our
As
place.
you said, hovering bat, my mom's always dipping into her funds for us, or so you think.
$3,000, huh?
So why would we need to use that? You just contradicted yourself.
John, you're wrong. I have legitimate proof, because I knew something like this could happen. I have legitimate proof from the bank of statements, of bank statements before I went to the bank and became POA. I have statements where you withdrew large sums of money, including buying cigarettes on mom's money. I
It was
have
Steve's
this
life
proof.
insurance money.
So if you want to take me to court for this, better think twice, because I will literally throw you under the bus.
And I had proof too.
Everything that we bought not a single dime, was spent on going out to eat. Not a single dime was spent on us. Everything I bought, because I was under the assumption, well, that was wrong by Ridgewood, but I was under the assumption that she was going to be living here.
We wouldn't have even got that stuff.
We would have
wouldn't
never
known.
got the stuff that we ended up buying with mom's money. It was all stuff to benefit her. Do I see you doing that? I can't tell you how many times when I went to rehab and went to Ridgewood, how many times I saw you eating on mom's money. You weren't spending your money. No, you wouldn't do that. That you would try to benefit from. You try to benefit from whatever it is.
And you used to benefit from Donnie's check, no doubt, when Donnie still lived there.
And here's something else that really bothers me. This really bothers me more than anything. Okay, I've been accused of so much over the years from different people, especially my own brother. I don't care. I don't care. He could say I have a 15-inch cock. I don't care. Whatever.
That might not be the first time.
Whatever. But the one thing I just pisses me off is he told DHS that I never had a good relationship with mom, and he did not understand why his mother ever got POA with Donnie.
Really? She was a witness at our wedding, her and Michelle? Do you want to discuss that with Michelle?
You want to discuss that?
I have proof of that, pictures.
Okay,
video.
first of all, let's dissect this. He doesn't understand why his mother would ever make me POA. Mom's third husband, people I grew up around, even when I was up into a teenager. Mom's third husband, my grandma, my grandpa, my biological father, mom's second husband, they all had one thing in common. They were good with money. They knew the value of a dollar, and they knew to always take care of bills first. I always knew that. I was raised around that. Children are impressionable. They really are. They learn from that. I was very responsible. I still am. I've always been like that for nearly 47 years on the face of the planet. I've always been really, really responsible.
And you're not going to change now.
I'm not going to change now, and I never have. I'm the same person. Brother is the least responsible person on the face of the planet. He's somebody that's on Social Security that needs a payee. He doesn't know the value of a dollar. He can't handle his bills. Mom always had to do it. He doesn't know the value of it. He doesn't know. He's the least responsible person on the face of the planet. The second thing, I never had a good relationship with mom.
Really? Then why was she crying to so many people when we lived in Des Moines? You answer that, Sean.
There's so many people that could back this up. There's so many people that could back this up. That is a bold-faced lie. My sister, it's going to be a funny statement saying this, but I'm going to say it anyway. My second ex-fiance, who my wife's very good friends with, I'm actually good friends with her now too, which is a funny statement I never thought I would say. She can even back this up.
Yep.
There is so many people who can back this up.
One of my friends who will remain nameless, one of my best friends, seen it.
So
when
many
she
people.
was at Ridgewood even. Your mom would always ask about us.
We always had a good relationship. We was always close. We was always close.
And that was authentically close.
And that was real.
That was real.
That wasn't
Until
put
you
on.
put lies in her head.
Until you put lies in her head. That's not accurate.
Sad.
It's sad, but you know, it is what it is. And I gotta take a break here because I probably will finish this up. And you gotta finish. I'm gonna finish this up. But there's something else I want to discuss. I didn't quite mark, and I gotta find it. Okay. Oh God. Remember that 14 hours? You know, that Brother's out there basically poking her like a bear. That's a lot of time to be spending in one
When
place.
someone's supposed to be healing.
When they're supposed to be healing, and that's what DHS said. And I believe it. Trust me. Mom indicated she did not like Donnie or his wife.
Again, she was our witness at our wedding. What changed?
So why was she at the wedding? You know, it's only been a little over a year.
Yeah.
It's only been a little over a year since the wedding. Quite frankly, I didn't want Sean there, but he planted some bats. So then he, he saved us from the bats.
I don't know about the bat thing.
He got to be at the wedding. I don't know. I didn't believe about the bats, but I do. See, this whole thing bothers me. And you know, somewhere in here it says, where did it say it? It says somewhere. Oh, it said she felt safe at Ridgewood.
Yeah, there's a reason for that.
That almost makes it sound like Brother thinks I've been abusing Mom. It makes it sound like that. And everything in the report, it was all unfounded. Everything that he reported, like maltreatment, that's basically what they mean by maltreatment,
Not taking care of someone.
Not taking care of somebody, like giving them
How
food.
could Donnie
and
do
stuff
that
like
when he wasn't living there, Sean? As you said, we were off in Arizona and stuff.
You were there for the entire time.
You were supposed to take care of them.
Granted, I was there for a lot of the years, but for the last 3 or 4 years,
Which is why you hate me.
I haven't been there, but that was unfounded. A lot of this stuff that they put in here was unfounded,
Yeah.
and everything that you reported me on, none of it's true.
You could have affected Donnie on getting a job or anything. You don't realize.
You don't realize.
It's horrible.
What if I can't get on SSI? This here report's going to be on my record for the next
5 years.
5 years.
You don't care.
I don't care.
You got what you wanted.
You don't care. You got what you wanted, which was Mom's money, and this paperwork is stupid. I gotta keep this for proof for when I do go to court, because I know, quite frankly, that you're going to try to take me to court someday for $3,000
That you spent.
that you spent. I did spend Mom's money, but I spent it on stuff she could use that's in storage. But you didn't do that. It's just funny to me that
That's
you
a
had to
narcissist. They
you had
have
to report
mirror
me,
everything.
and I could read everything in here. There was a long ass report. It was almost like a police report of different stuff.
Hey, that's the thing. You don't have to read it. He'll get a copy. He ain't
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
like it that it was unfounded.
And at times, I have copies of stuff, the bank statements, and when I became POA, and there will come a time when I will give copies of it to Mom to show what you did.
Other people will hand them to her. Too.
Other people will hand it to her. I won't, because Mom disowned me. Mom's completely
She'll
disowned
know what
me
you did.
because of
So you
Sean,
might want to
because of
start
Robert.
telling her what you did. It wasn't really Donnie.
You better start coming clean and telling her
Or
what
she might
was
turn
done.
on you.
Or she might turn on you. I hope she does. I hope she does. I really do. I really, really do.
Don't worry, copies have already been handed to a few people.
Yes, they have been. Wonder what else you're going to try. Actually, I wonder what else you and Mom are going to try. This is getting utterly ridiculous. For almost 47
Just
years.
let us live our life.
Almost for 47 years, me and Mom was close until this. You got what you wanted. Just leave us alone. Leave us alone. at
We're
this
just moving
point.
on with our life.
We're moving on. Just let her live her life. And oh, by the way, we keep getting mail. We keep having to throw it away. We keep getting mail. Get the damn address
It
changed.
ain't that hard.
Your POA. Just go do it. I don't care what you do. I don't care how you do it. I don't care if you piss in a river.
Steve's passed
Just
away. There's a lot of
do
bills that
it.
come.
And there's a lot of bills that you wanted the responsibility. You pay for them. You do it. It's not my responsibility anymore. It's yours.
You inherited all that.
I did my rebuttal. You know
Oh,
what?
hey, you might mention also stop having people follow you.
Oh yeah, by the way,
Otherwise, that's going to be dealt with in a legal
I hate
way.
people following me. That's a little disturbing in and of itself. You got what you wanted. You got Mom and her money. So
Friends of hers need to stop following you.
yeah. Anyway, so something stupid.
Stop spying.
I don't even know how to end this video, quite frankly. I got to end it at some point, or I could go on for the next 5 hours. So I got to find a way to end this video, but I don't know how to really end the video. So I don't know. Merry Christmas. Have a Happy New Year. Bah humbug. I don't know. But you know what?
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays. That's all, folks.